Hello everyone, Lawrence from Unicorn Reviews here. Today we're going to be taking a look at the VTX3D 7870 Black Boost Edition. As you can see, it's already installed in our system. I'm recording this after I did the unboxing and the testing, well, some of the testing. As you can see, we've got Catzilla downloading in the background. Should be done in a minute, so I can install that. I'm going to include the entire benchmark in this review with the overclock settings, because we're going to test it stock locked and then we're going to overclock it. Then we're going to include both scores. We're going to compare them compared to other graphics cards. Just the average video card review. We're also going to do games. So benchmark test wise, we're doing 3D Mark 11, Unigine Heaven and Catzilla. And then game wise, we're going to do Far Cry 3 and Battlefield 3. Don't forget guys, normally this game should come with Far Cry 3 included. Well, just the code, you don't get an actual physical copy, but you get the code and you also get 20% off of Medal of Honor Warfighter, which is pretty cool. So this card at the moment, I bought it for €209, which is incredibly cheap. So that's obviously going to play quite a big role in the awards we're going to give it. That's pretty much it. Let's do the unboxing. Well, I already did it, of course, but let's show you guys the unboxing. Right, let's get this out of the box. So it's as you can see, VTX3D branding, black. It's shiny black. Can you guys see this? Yeah, you can. Saying it's a 7870, even though it should really be called a 7930. Windows 8 certified. I don't know why anyone would use Windows 8, but whatever. UEFI ready, boost state, because it's got this boosting. Stuff in different languages. No, they just say that it's DirectX 11. Actually, is it on there in English? Oh, it's not on there in English. So yeah, redefine HD gaming, blah blah blah, unimportant stuff. You can just, yeah, this is readable, so just pause if you want to read this. And then they say what connectors it has, how much power it uses, that sort of stuff, and of course some of the things the AMD software can do for you. So let's get this out of the box. This is the first time for me as well. So just a nicely done shroud, and inside there's just plain brown box. This is pretty minimalist packaging. So this will be the graphics card itself. This all folds back. Nothing in here. A little bag. So let's open it. So yeah, mini display to DisplayPort. Driver CD, just get the latest drivers off the AMD website, of course, no one uses driver CDs. How to install the graphics card. Again, if you don't know how to install a graphics card, why would you have bought one anyway? So, none of this is going to matter, because we don't use DisplayPort here. It comes sealed, that's good. And this product needs external power, please blah blah blah. So just a bit of tape over there. Ooh, this is cold. The delivery man just put this one outdoors and it's -5 outside at the moment. So, ooh, easy fingerprints. So I'm gonna have to clean this one after I install it. So as you can see, it's the same cooler as on the powercolor ones. Club 3D also has this cooler. The only different thing is just the stickers they put on there. So you just get 3 heat pipes, a big one, slightly smaller, big one, slightly smaller, and a very small one. As you can see, most of this is actually just completely empty. Same here. You get two 6-pin powers. You can see the memory. Can you see the memory? If you look very closely, you can see the memory inside. So the memory isn't cooled. The only thing cooled is this chip, which is positioned here in the middle. So should you buy aftermarket coolers, make sure that they actually fit. You got the AMD spring mounts, which is brilliant. These mounts. Is this a switch or something? Nope, this isn't a switch. You get one crossfire connector. You can crossfire this with 7950s, not with 7870s, because obviously they use another core. This uses the same core as the 7950 does, but with a with disabled shaders. So this is just the back of the board. In your system it will look like this. So all pretty simple stuff, really. It is pretty big. Yeah, all plain black. I guess if you're gonna mod this thing, this will be easy. You just repaint the shroud. Guess that's it for the unboxing. There wasn't really a lot in the box to begin with. So let's do some tests. Alright guys, I forgot to show you guys a little. Right, so I forgot to show you guys the front and the back of the card actually in the unboxing. So on this end, one slot is completely open so the air can go through. Got your DVI connection, full-size HDMI connection, 2 mini display ports. Now this fan is in the center, so it's going to blow air out this way and this way. However, this end is blocked. So all the air, well, most of the air will have to go out through here, but you know there's gaps everywhere. So air will just flow pretty freely through your system. Alright guys, so this is what it looks like when you install it into your system. You can see the car really doesn't bend a lot, which is a big problem nowadays with all those long cards. And every car being big and heavy, this one doesn't bend. Maybe like 2 or 3 degrees, but that's all. One thing I'm going to complain about straight away is the placement of the power connectors. I know they do it so that people with a shorter case don't run into length issues, and if I were to have the hard drive bays in there, it would have been a close call, but I haven't got them in there, and I would really have preferred the connectors to be on this side like they were with my 460s. So, you know, especially when you have those cables that split up into 2 cables, because you know they get really wide, and the R4 is a pretty wide case. A lot of people that buy this card, because it is a budget card, they're not going to have very big systems, so that might be a bit of a problem. Other than that, it looks pretty good in there. Maybe they should have changed the copper and made it nickel plated, because these cards, that's also a copper heat pipe, but they're nickel plated and it just looks a lot better. So other than those 2 points, looking pretty good. Hello everybody, this is 3D Mark 11. We're gonna do the extreme test. At the moment it's, can you see it, 19.6 degrees Celsius in this room. The graphics card is doing 29 degrees, so keeping everything cool. I can't really hear the graphics card at the moment. Another good thing, as you can see, we've got 2 gigabytes of memory in it. 975 is the clock on the core. Memory is clocked at 1500. We can't change the core voltage. Maybe we can. Nope, we cannot change the core voltage. That's a bit of a letdown. You can just slide this one up to 1270. I hope we're gonna get that, but we're gonna do the overclocking later on. The memory is also at, you know, the fan speeds go down to 25%. That's all good. So we're just gonna run it at stock, and then I'll tell you more. Also, I think I'm gonna speed this up because I don't want to end up with a 5-hour long video. and I don't think you guys want to know that either. So let's do this. Okay guys, so far for 3D Mark 11 at stock clock settings, temperature in our room has gone further down to 19.3 degrees. As you can see, usage has been maxed out. Maximum temperature we got was 64 degrees Celsius, that is. Fan speeds only went up to 33%, so you couldn't hear the card during the entire test. As you can see, it automatically clocks down when it's not doing anything. So let's move on to the next test. Okay guys, this is Heaven DirectX 11 benchmark 3.0 version. We changed nothing to these settings, so we're just going to run the benchmark the second it boots up. Alright then guys, we got an average frame rate of 85.1 frames, giving us a score of 2143 points. Minimum FPS 35.1, maximum 147.5. So you can see all the stock settings here. Alright guys, so we got a CAT score of 9213. That is with a hardware CPU plus GPU score of 9068. CPU alone got 291 points. The third test we got 713. Fluid test 785. 58. Rain March test we got 344. And this is our loading time, 10,123. This actually puts us at the 320th place overall in this test. So just gonna take a quick print screen and let's move on to some game tests now. Alright guys, we're in Far Cry at the moment. Now I'm already gonna excuse myself for, you know, not playing very well, because obviously there's a tripod with a cell phone between me and my screen, so I can't really see anything, and I'm not very good at gaming anyway, so my apologies. I guess we're gonna, you can see the frame rate in the, oh, you can't see the frame rate. Okay, that sucks. Let's see if we can make it any bigger. Riva Tuner, where are you? There we go. Because we obviously want to make it very nice and big. There you go. If you can't see this now, then there's something wrong with your eyes. So I guess we'll show you what settings we're running at. So options, this is in Dutch, I'm sorry. So 1080p full screen, a 1 frame VSync, no buffering, DirectX 11. We're gonna put this one to the maximum. This is on an improved SSAO, enabled, no subtitles, normal field of view, so we'll apply that. Mouse is way too sensitive. Let's go to the game. So maxed out, we're only really getting 20 frames a second here, which, no, it's not very playable. Well, it's somewhat playable. Also, I set the game to the hardest it would go. So yeah, I'm gonna apologize for sucking already. I'm not gonna show you guys the full game because obviously I'm not allowed to, but as you can see, we're hovering around 23 frames a second. Let's spray them all out. So yeah, 20, you know what, let's say 24 frames a second average, and then we'll compare the overclock to that. Some more spraying. And there we go. That was it for Far Cry 3. Alright guys, so this is Battlefield 3. Maxed out of course, and we're doing 50 frames a second. 45, again 50, so You can see this. Yeah, I'm a sniper. I don't like rushing stuff, so I take it all easy, camp it all out, wait for the war to end without shooting anything. I know you guys are gonna hate me for that, but whatever. Also, I'm not very good at sniping, so looks like we're taking B as always here on Metro. Oh, sniper. Let's see if we can see this sniper dude lying on the stairs there. Actually, there he is. Oh, someone stole my kill. And then they call it an assist, of course. How about we just rush this stuff? Because obviously this isn't just laying around, isn't stressing for the GPU at all, so... Oh, forgot I'm not playing. Oh, friendly fire. Oh well. And I'm dead again. But yeah, you can see it has no problems at all with Battlefield 3 maxed out. It's not a very heavy game anyway, Battlefield 3, so... Let's move on. I got something cool for you guys. Project Cars. Don't know if you've heard of it. It's still in a pre-alpha stage. But I can promise you it's gonna be cool. If I can find it, of course. Project Cars. Nope, not in here. There it is. It's gonna have to update again. In the meantime, I'm gonna get a controller. Alright guys, so we're in Project Cars. This game is also maxed out. I'm gonna do a race. Yes, boss sounds good. Settings. 63 opponents, that should really stress this thing. Before you say anything about this game, this is a pre-alpha stage, so it's not at all finished. It's a bit of a Kickstarter-like thingy where, you know, they do a lot of crowdfunding. So you just buy the game already. The cheapest license at the moment is 15 euros, which gives you access to most of the games actually. I went ahead and bought the whole version, not the manager version, because that's just unaffordable. But it's a pretty fun game already. So, I'm gonna turn the sound down a little bit. Also, yeah, it's configured to steering wheel, so this is undrivable. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. This is, yeah. Alright guys, we've done some overclocking now, and I gotta say overclocking is incredibly easy on this chip because there's no voltage you have to mess with, no shaders to mess with. You just slide this one up and you also slide the memory up. Now I got 1200 megahertz on the core, that's 1.2 gigahertz, and 1525 on the memory. Now if you buy this and you think that you're gonna do these settings as well, you're probably going to be wrong. Either you're not going to get this much, or you might even get higher. But I'm usually very lucky with the Silicon Lottery, and I'm pretty lucky once again. I've seen other reviews where they only could get it up to 1100 or 1150 sometimes, and they couldn't change the memory clock. Now, the memory chips on this video card are rated at 6 gigahertz. So, you know, 1500 times 4, that's your 6 gigahertz. So I'm actually running at 6.1 gigahertz on the RAM, which is pretty cool. Well, the RAM, the GDDR5 VRAM, but whatever. So yeah, 1200 on the core, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna do 3D Mark 11. By the way, I could even validate this right here should I want to. I don't know if you guys can see it, but we're doing a lot right here. And you know, you have to take in mind that the stock Tahiti-Le only does 925. This is already overclocked to 975. So that's almost a 30% overclock. Pretty amazing stuff. So yeah, 3D Mark 11 extreme score. Let's see what what points we get. Of course, I'm not gonna show the entire benchmark because everybody knows 3D Mark 11. So be right back. Okay guys, so at 1.2 gigahertz we get a X score of 2648, which I have to say is rather disappointing. You know, I expected a bit more out of this one. The only comparison I have though is a 7970 running at 1230 megahertz that does 3471 points. So, you know, a bit disappointing, but again, the card only costs 210 euros, so you get what you pay for, I guess. So, Unigine heaven. But first I'm going to take a print screen. Alright guys, so we got 88 FPS on average now and a score of 2217. That's with a minimum FPS of 34.8 and a maximum FPS of 158.9. So now there's only one thing left, of course, which is Catzilla. We can actually, I'm gonna see what our maximum temperature has been so far, and maximum temperature has been 69 degrees. So what's letting us down here really is that we can't play around with the voltages. The cooler seems to be capable. You know, only 69 degrees, that's not a lot. So that's all capable, so yeah, only the memory and our core voltage is letting us down here. So all benchmark Catzilla running at cat settings, which is 720p, and I'm gonna run it. I don't know, yeah, the mouse is off the screen anyway, so let's get you guys ready for this. I'm gonna set the audio settings slightly louder. There's terrible coil whine from the graphics cards at the moment. Graphics card it is now. Oh, I miss the days of having two graphics cards, which were both making a lot of noise. Anyway, Catzilla benchmark. Alright, and this part is without audio, so pretty cool benchmark, pretty intensive benchmark as well. As you can see, only 7 frames a second at the moment, but this is CPU testing, so yeah, looks like none of these cats will make it to the front page of some website because they're very cute or anything. No, I really don't want to mess with those cats. So let's just wait for all the side benchmarks to finish, and then we're going to do some gameplay again. Maybe you can hear the graphics card spinning up in the background. I'm actually, yeah, when this test is done, I'm going to set the fan to 100% so you guys can know what the maximum noises this thing makes. But you know, when it spins up you hear it. It's not completely silent, let's put it that way. But we get 9,310 cats, I guess. I don't know, points, cats. So let's first take a little print screen. Yeah, 100% fan. Oh. And hopefully we won't go deaf. Yeah, that was pretty much the same noise a vacuum cleaner makes. You know, a bit quieter, but, well, quite a bit, let's say. Half as loud as a vacuum cleaner, but the same pitch noise. I hate that stuff. That's gonna be a little problem. But then again, in a normal gaming and during the benchmark, fan speeds didn't spin up that high. This is memory usage. Actually, we haven't gone above 1.2 gigabytes of memory usage. So 3 gigabyte cards, completely useless apparently. And yeah, as you can see here, we never went above 40% here. Just this little part. So let's do some gameplay. Alright then guys, Far Cry 3 at 1.2 gigahertz with 1525 megahertz on the memory. Of course you have to multiply that by 4, so effective memory clock is 6.1 gigahertz. Last time around we got 24 frames a second average. So let's see what we get now. Card is spinning up again. So once again, no real difference. I mean, yeah, 2 frames a second, 3 frames a second maybe, but right here in Far Cry, and this is with 13.1 drivers, which at the moment are the latest drivers out. There's no real improvement by overclocking, so why bother, I guess. Oh, getting hit by a dog here. Hope Dennis doesn't die. But I won't, you know, won't really care if he does. I'd never liked him anyway. Pointing knives at me and stuff. Blah. Hate that guy. It's not as bad as Hoyt though. But where's that lost pirate? There we go. But yeah, this is almost playable. So if you lower some of the settings, it should definitely be possible to play this game almost maxed out, you know, maybe a bit less anti-aliasing or something. And then with a €210 card you can play this game maxed out. Alright guys, Battlefield 3 maxed out still. We didn't really have any issues with this game last time around, so I don't know what they made these windows out of, but that's some strong stuff right there. So let's head into the tunnels and the locker room and that sort of stuff. Yeah, as you can see, we're just hitting the V-Sync. I'm gonna turn that off. Hopefully I don't get sniped from... Oh, that's not the right button. Video. VSync. Off. Yes. Resume. Whoa. I'm going over the VSync now. 4 whole frames. 5. Okay. Oh. We're screwed here, guys. Maybe if I aim. No, aiming is always good in shooters. Instead of just taking a sniper rifle and spraying around. Spraying around with a handgun. But yeah, this is Fragfest as always. Which is actually a good thing because no, explosions are hard on graphics cards. Did I really just do that? That's cool. But I'm pretty much dead now, only 8% health. But yeah, we're running 80 frames a second. Let's say 70 on average. No, actually not. When we go back, frame rates drop a lot. Are there any annoying snipers? Oh yes, there are. 0% health, do you guys see that? 0, and I'm dead. So, let's move over to Project Cars now. Hello everyone, Project Cars this time around. Again, I can't stress this enough, this is a pre-alpha build, so it's not going to be finished yet, and we're going to do the exact same thing as we did with the stock clock settings, so you guys can compare those yourself. Yeah, 1 lap of Spa-Francorchamps. It says Belgian Forest Circuit, because obviously the licensing isn't done yet, because it's a pre-alpha build. Important things always go first, I guess, and licensing isn't one of them, which is probably why they made a Mitsubishi Evo and then can't add it in the game. So again, very low frame rates because we're having 64 cars all on track at the same time. When the field opens up, we're gonna experience higher frame rates, but I'm getting hit everywhere, so cutting this corner over the grass.
You've been given a warning for cutting the track.
Oops.
Come on, hurry up, you're losing position.
The clutch isn't where I thought it was, but yeah, this is playable. Except for the AI engine.
Come on, hurry up, you're losing position.
And then you got this guy over the radio saying I have to hurry up because I'm losing positions. Oops. Jumping onto the Caterhams there. And there we are. 26 frames a second. Bang into the wall. I'm doing this on purpose, of course, to stress the video card. That was quite a close call. Ever since they added marbles on the track, it's become 20 times harder to overtake. See, once you go offline, it's like there's no grip left. Oh crap. No, I kept it out of the wall, I guess that's the important part. Now, with something as expensive as a 7970, you actually do get 31-32 frames a second here. But, given the price difference, I mean, it's 75% cheaper than a 7970. So I have to say, it's a pretty impressive card. It certainly is faster than a SLI's GTX 460s. Then again, what isn't faster than that? So this does beat the GTX 580, I think. Should easily beat it. and it uses way less power as well. And you can't hear it at the moment. Oh, that was the wrong button.
The race director wants you for cutting the track.
So yeah, at the moment I just turned off the audio. I'm gonna do it again here. You can't really hear the graphics card making any noise. And we are getting 30 plus frames a second. So congratulations to AMD, and let's move on to the conclusion. Alright guys, conclusion time. The VTX3D 7870 Black Boost Edition, or Boost Black Edition, or whatever they call it, gets the silver award. I should actually give it gold, maybe even platinum, but the fact that the stock cooler makes so much noise when you max it out, you never have to max it out, but say you do want to, it makes a bit too much noise to go gold. You also, at the moment, voltage is not unlockable, which really lets it down. I don't know if future updates of Afterburner or other overclocking software are going to fix that. If they do, I would give it a gold award. It's really hard. Can't really decide between gold or silver at the moment. Can't really give it silver and a half, can I? Okay, let's go with gold then. It is a good card. It's incredibly cheap, only 210 euros. Where I bought it, which is at caseking.de. They even give you free candy with it, so that was pretty cool. With the card, you also get Far Cry 3, which again is a €50 game on PC. So it's a pretty good deal. It runs all games at maximum. I just showed you it could run Far Cry 3, could easily run Battlefield 3, Project Cars as well. Far Cry and Project Cars was a bit hard, but it could cope. So yeah, gold award, sure. Let's just do a quick recap on it. So the card is pretty big. I'm going to get a 460 out. This is a Gigabyte GTX 460 overclock 2 model. And as you can see, it's the 7870 is a good 3-4 centimeters longer. Even though, back when that card was released, it was 220 euros, so that really shows you how fast technology moves on. It's pretty impressive. Maybe the scores you gotta take them with a bit, take them with a grain of salt, because I'm only using a bulldozer clocked at 3.5 gigahertz for those tests, and all the big review sites, when you look in their charts, they use 3930s or 3960s. So now that's gonna change a little bit. That's why I also set the little results in Catzilla, so you have something else to compare with. You can just compare the graphics score then, because the CPU only scored, what was it, 291, and that's pretty much nothing. So maybe it's time to upgrade the test rig, but that won't be for now. So yeah, VTX3D 7870 Black Boost Edition, or Boost Black Edition. It actually just says black on the front. Nope, doesn't state anything like Black Boost Edition, but that's what they call it on the website. So gold award. If you got any questions about this card, overclocking, other cards, review requests, computer stuff in general, feel free to ask all those questions, like right below here in the comment area, and don't forget to subscribe. See you guys.